The Lions grind out a win, head on to the playoffs. Hello, everybody. Terry Bennett here on the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show. As the Lions beat Little River Academy 49-28 behind a third quarter that saw the Lions score 21 points. Also in that first half, loved that play. I got to see the video of Court Lowry as he's slipping, winging the ball down the field for a big completion. Sorry, we were not able to make the game. I woke up Friday, and you can hear it now. And if you listen to our 3A show, Sideline to Sideline, that Grant Goodwin and I do each and every week, or watch it on YouTube at L4 Media, you can hear my laugh. It's, as Grant says, it sounds like I've been smoking Virginia Slims for the last 50 years. And I woke up Friday with that and just could not take the trip down, and I hate it too. I love coming down to Franklin, and I wanted to see a good game, and I got to watch a little bit of the highlights and stuff, and that was a grinding win. I'm going to tell you what. I said this on the 3A show. I predict Little River Academy upsets Hitchcock, and I don't even know how much of an upset it'll be. When we've talked this region all year long, it becomes a broken record, I know, but it's still true. This is a tough region, and the first round matchups. I think Columbus will take care of Rockdale, but I think Rockdale will make it tough. I think Lorena will take care of Yoakum, and I think Yoakum will make it tough. And the same thing with Franklin versus Hallettsville. I just think that Hitchcock is a little banged up. They have some offensive line issues at times. Their defensive line at times can have some issues, and I think Little River Academy can take care of it. Either way, this is going to be a fun region to watch, just like it was last year. You remember it all kind of, we all realized, I mean, you knew on paper going into the playoffs that the region was going to be tough, but when Columbus beat Lorena last year in that first round, I think that's when it opened everybody's eyes to how good not only this region is, but when it comes down to it, what makes this region so good, it's the two districts backed up against each other. We want to thank our sponsor, Small Town Society. You can find them online at shopsmalltownsociety.com for all your game day gear, holiday gear, state gear, inspirational gear. They have it all. They have some really cool shirts. If you ever watch the 3A show or any of our Sideline shows, you see that I always have one of the shirts that they sent us on the bar, on my mic bar. And Grant's getting one of those. I do apologize to Small Town. We weren't able to come by since we didn't come down. But we do appreciate them for being a sponsor, not only of the Franklin show, but also of the 3A show. And by the way, state championship week, if you're not able to make it down and Franklin's playing, or even if they don't end up making it and you just want to watch the football and you're not able to come down, we're going to be doing watch parties, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, all the live areas that when we do live shows will pop out. And it'll be me, and it'll be coaches, and it'll be maybe intern Noe, maybe Grant, a couple other people. We're just going to be just kind of having people on the show as we watch the game together. We'll be providing more details of that, but Small Town Society is part of that, and that's why I wanted to say it now, as they're going to be a sponsor of our state championship stuff, and we're really excited for our first year here at L4 Media for all the state championship shows that we're going to be having this week. Again, you can find them online at shopsmalltownsociety.com. You can also find them, of course, at Messy Nest Studio right there in Franklin. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's the head coach of the Lions, Coach Mark Fannin, right here on the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show on L4 Media. Are you an athletic director or coach looking to make your locker room pop, looking to refresh your look, looking to redo your brand? Well, check out SI Design and Printing. They're going to transform your sports organization athletic facilities into what you're looking for by enhancing the student-athlete experience, boasting the brand, and honoring your past. They do that with banners, backlit signage, locker graphics, window graphics, fence mesh graphic designs, and so much more. If you need a refresh, SI Design is going to help you do that. Check them out online, sidesign.net. And hey, if you're a parent or a grandparent, they've got something for you as well, as SI Design is the leading provider of custom sports prints. They offer a variety of products, including posters, banners, canvases, and more. All you have to do is upload your high-quality studio or action shot, and SI Design will create the memory for you.
For more information, all you have to do is go to their website, sidesign.net/sports prints, and you'll get all the information that you need. You can also find them on Facebook. Just type in SI Design and Printing. Give them a call, 254-405-9492, or you can email them, info@sidesign.net, and tell Kyle that Sideline to Sideline sent you.
Get it back here on the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show, now joined by the head coach of the Lions, Coach Mark Fannin. And, Coach, you close out the regular season with a tough win against Little River Academy, secure the number 2 spot in district. That game last week, it's what we've talked about all year about this district. That was a tough game. Y'all get that 21-point third quarter to stretch it out. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a great game. I thought it was a good, complete game that we came out and played against a very quality football team. Academy's they're going to be a threat, I think, in the playoffs. They got the talent to win some playoff games, and how we came out and played as a coaching as the head coach and coaching staff, we felt like going into the playoffs that was a good game going into the playoffs, and we were satisfied with how we played.
Yeah, and you say it best. I mean, Little River Academy, they're third in y'all's district, but it would not be the biggest shock in the world if you see them standing in the region final with a chance to go to the state semifinals.
Yeah, they definitely got the tools to do it, and if they get playing right at the right time and everything comes together, they're definitely a contender. Coach Mullins does a good job with those guys, and those kids play hard, and they're just scary enough to. You better bring your A game when you play them.
So you move on now. You're taking on Hallettsville, and I mean, this is going to be a broken record through these playoffs in this region. Hallettsville's a team that can beat y'all if y'all don't play well.
Yeah, Hallettsville is very talented. Coach Montgomery's come in this year and done a really good job with these kids. Hallettsville is rich in tradition. They win. They're a competitor. They're a contender every year. His kids play hard. And the quarterback is pretty special in my opinion. He's a big old kid that can sling it, I think, 100 yards. It looks like he has a cannon on him, and he can move around in the pocket and run the football. So, and they got a good receiving crew, and running backs really shifty. They are a team that plays with very high effort, and no matter what the score is, they're going to play hard and give you all they got. So it's going to be a great game come Friday night. I'm looking forward to it. I've been talking to these kids all week long about it's playoff time. It's time to, step up and play Franklin football. And if we can take care of business and come out and play well, I feel like we'll be okay. But, Hallettsville is the team that if you don't, they'll slip up on you and beat you. So.
Well, you talk about that, and you talk about, playoff, and every coach says this, especially coaches like you, that y'all have gone far in one state, that, once the playoff preparation starts, everything changes. How has the practice week been this week?
It's been good. It's been real good. It's that laser focus. These kids are funny to watch, how they can come in the field house, coming during athletics, and they're kind of just talking and carrying on, and kind of goofing off a little bit. But as soon as they hit that field, it's kind of like that laser focus just zooms in, and they're all business. And it's really, the emphasis on that this week has been, really locked in, and we've had a really great week of practice and preparation. So hopefully we can come out Friday night and put on a good show.
Well, when you talk about it at this point of the season, I mean, y'all are still coaching, but it's your seniors, it's your leaders on the team that are leading the team as much as y'all are.
Absolutely. And these seniors I got right now, they played in a lot of football games, been fortunate enough to play in a lot of football games in their high school career. And they know what it takes to win, and they know how to lead this team the right way. I'm very fortunate to have these seniors on this team. They know what it means if you lose, you're done, and that's kind of why that laser focus has been really, kind of locked in this week, because they know if they don't come out and play well, that's their last high school football game, and I know they don't want it to end right now, and I'm excited to see them put on the show Friday night.
And you talked about the quarterback for Hallettsville. We were talking about this on the 3A show this week. I don't think I've ever seen a 3A class in my years of watching football have as many great quarterbacks as 3A Division I does. Not only in y'all's region, but you've got Bushland and Jacko up there and Clyde with Derek Carr or Blake Carr. This is some of the best quarterback I've seen in high school football this year.
I'm telling you, they're a very, very special group of kids that are playing in the quarterback role in 3A Division I right now. I even texted Coach Schobel the other day, and was like, man, I've never seen even their district from top with Columbus and Hitchcock and Hallettsville and Yoakum, just those 4 dudes alone.
Yep.
Quarterback position are unreal. Best set I've seen in a district all together, I've ever seen. And then you talk about these other guys, that are playing really good right now. So you're definitely, you hit it on you're right. There's a really good group of quarterbacks that are coming through right now, and it's some good fun football to watch.
Here at L4 Media, we talk high school football, 4A, 3A, and 2A in Texas. We talk East Texas sports. We talk NFL, guy talk, movie and booze. We also talk wrestling and so much more. And you can see it all on our YouTube channel at L4 Media Company. Like and subscribe.
As always, we want to thank Coach Mark Fannin for joining us here and for you for joining us here each and every week. We've had a lot of listeners to the Franklin Show, and we do appreciate that. We also want to thank Walter Commander. He was special sponsor to get this thing going and started before Small Town Society stepped in and took over as title sponsor. And we won't forget that, and we won't. I mean, he's also a great friend of the show. One of the things I missed about not getting to come down there was get to come down there and hang out after the game, across the street from the hotel, have some drinks and all that, but we'll make it up at some point. It's going to be a good one. I think Franklin's going to be able to grind Hallettsville down. Their offensive line is very young. They've gotten better, but they're still young, and they still have some mistakes. I think their Hallettsville defense, against dynamic offenses have struggled. I think they'll struggle some here. Franklin's dynamic in a different way than, say, Columbus or Hitchcock. But, yeah, it's going to be a great game, but I think Franklin will be able to take it. But like we said, in this region, man, I don't think there's any gimmies in this first week between these two districts. And it's going to be fun watching it. And don't forget, Hitchcock and LRA played Thursday night tonight as I'm recording this. So you can check that out online. I don't know if it's on in FHS or anywhere like that. You'll just have to look and see. In fact, I totally forgot they were on or they were playing tonight until Coach Fannin said it right before we started recording. So I'm actually going to now go check and see if they're online somewhere so I can check it out. All right. Now, I've just got to do this because this is what I do at the playoffs for the first week. If Franklin loses, we will do a recap show, but it'll be done at the end of the season after state championship week. I usually like to do that for coaches to let them decompress, get away from the season before they look back on it. And also, it's just kind of fun to have after the season's over, right before Christmas, have one more coaches show in the season and all that. But, of course, if they win like we think they will, we'll be back here next week recording on Thursday most likely. I just feel like this is a really good time to record with Franklin. And so we'll be back next week, hopefully. So until then, I'm Terry Bennett, and this has been the Small Town Society Franklin Football Show right here on S2S Sports, part of L4 Media.